All right, so we got to see some more Jordan Love. We haven't seen too much of him so far in his NFL career, sitting behind, a pretty good player that the Packers have at quarterback ahead of him. Let's get into the film and let's talk about what we saw from Jordan Love in this preseason game. So right off the bat, there was some missed throws. There's no denying that. Let's start off with this one, which I think there was a couple things at play here. So I do think this was a missed throw. I think it was something else as well. So it's going to be man coverage that the Packers are going up against right here, that the 49ers are in. And it's going to really be to the left, to Jordan Love's left, that he will be looking. Watch how right when this play begins, he does look towards his left. And it's right here. So I've paused it as Jordan Love is getting rid of the football, so that way you can kind of gauge a little bit better as to where he should be throwing it, because there is going to be what appears to be a little bit of a tug. But as you see when Love throws it, I still think he throws it a bit too far on top of it. So Packers wanted a penalty. To me, I don't think that's a penalty because I think the ball was farther away. I don't think that he significantly hindered the receiver from being able to make the catch, because I do think Love missed the throw. That's how I viewed that play. So again, it was a missed throw. Let's head over to this play. This is the play that I'm sure a lot of people are going to criticize him for, but I actually don't have that much of a criticism with it. So this is going to be his second interception. The first interception was clearly not his fault, just kind of the ball got yanked away from the receiver. It happens, gets charged to the quarterback, but, just an unlucky situation. On this play, though, what's happening is it's a cover 2 man, and so you basically are going to want to make a throw right at the first down marker. That's typically what you're going to try to do, because keep in mind, you're at a 3rd down and 9, and you're kind of in no man's land where if you don't get it, you probably are going to punt, which would be unfortunate because, a punt wouldn't be great here. So honestly, taking a risk I have no issue with it. Right when this play begins, you're going to see that, some physicality right at the line. But at this point, Love thinks that his receiver can win this matchup. And I can see why. The defensive back has to turn his back. And, at that point, I get why you kind of are going to trust your receiver here. As you see, the defensive back makes a great play to turn his head around. Typically, I actually don't really hate those types of throws given the situation. So yes, it was an interception. I'm actually going to be a bit more forgiving than I think most people would be on that type of interception, though, because I understand the logic behind it. It's you're trusting your receiver when the defensive back has his back turned. Just so happens that the defensive back took a chance turning his back, turning towards the ball, and it worked out for him. Although on the flip side, something like this is definitely something that was a bad play by him. I think that's fair to say. It's going to be a zone coverage play. His halfback is running a route to the flat, to the offense's left, and watch what happens. Right when this play begins, you're going to notice how this is as open as you will ever see a player get, because, San Francisco's playing zone coverage. They're playing off. This concept was designed to get an easy completion for Love. But the one thing you have to notice is that the halfback's body is turned towards the right side of the screen, so towards the Packers end zone. That means that if you're going to throw it, you want to throw it on that side of his body. Love's throw instead is quick and to the opposite side of the body. So maybe you want to sit here and say, oh, it should have been caught. Listen, I get it. They're NFL players. They make impossible catches look routine. So if you want to make that argument, fine. But the reason why it wasn't caught is, at least in part, because Jordan Love did not put it where he should have. He put it on the opposite side of the body. So, the accuracy things, we saw some of it. Of course, there was good as well. I mean, you always see when you watch Love, you always see the flashes. Really, I think in every game, whether it's back in college or in his games where he's played in the actual NFL games, you always will see these glimpses of, oh yeah, that's why you were a first round pick. You'll see the glimpses of, oh yeah, that's why you weren't a high first round pick as well. But, you see both. But this play is kind of a good example of just, the athleticism that he has. Watch him take the snap, fake a play action. It's a, sort of a quarterback keeper play, and he's able to pick up a decent amount of yards. He has the athleticism to move with the football. That's definitely something he has. And it's not just the athleticism to move with the football, but he could, he has a cannon of an arm as well. Here we go. This play is, it's a great play, but it's also a play that maybe he shouldn't have made in a weird sort of way, given, again, situation comes into play here. This is the 4th down and short, so you desperately need the first down. Yes, it would be great if you can get a touchdown and all of that, because the 49ers are playing cover 0 right here, so that would be cool. But notice how this play is lined up. You don't know it's cover 0, that there is a safety deep. That safety could be just covering deep, and it could be a cover 1 play. But there's a chance it's a cover 0. I really want you to focus on the tight end that is to Jordan Love's left right here, because think about it logically. Who could be covering that tight end? It could be the safety, who we know is, because I've seen this play already, and I can put the graphic on the screen for you. But if it's not the safety, it would have to be a linebacker who's very far off right now. So the chances are this is the cover zero, meaning that the tight end would be wide open. I think Love should have first looked there, see if that's open, and if not, then look for more of a deep shot, given the situation of it being a play you have to convert on right here. Look, right when this play begins, it is in fact the cover zero. You have a wide open player, which, again, if you watch this channel, I tend to be a bit more lenient on missing a wide open player, because sometimes that's just not the read, and a wide open player gets open on the opposite side of the field, but if it's not the read, it's not the read. Here, I feel like this should have been the read. This should have been something that Love would have, I would have liked to see him notice, and this is something that Aaron Rodgers would have noticed. So, again, he's a young player. He's getting better. These are the things you want to see him start to notice. However, the play does not end there. And just because you're going to a different read doesn't necessarily mean that that read won't also work out, because the flip side is cover zero, one-on-one matchups. Find a matchup you like and take that. And you're going to see that Love is going to find a matchup he likes. He's going to throw it down the field, and he's going to get a touchdown out of this. So, yes, it's not exactly what I would have liked to see him do, but at the same time, who cares? You got a touchdown out of it, so maybe it ended up working out even better. But my point is that if you're in this exact situation, I feel like more often than not, looking at the tight end first and then looking at the deep route is the smarter move than just throwing for the deep route, even though occasionally the deep route will be the better outcome. So again, I like that play because it shows both. It shows the, things he has to improve upon, but also shows, hey, really good, accurate throw down the field. You like that as well. So it's not a bad thing, but just why you need reps. So yeah, all in all, not the best day that we've seen from Love. Certainly not something that he's going to go home and feel spectacular about, but I also don't think it's as bad as the how many interceptions it has on his resume. And also I misspoke earlier, so editing in real time, it's actually I said first and second interception. There was an interception before that one that wasn't his fault that I accidentally I forgot about when I was talking about those. So as a whole, I think that the stat line is going to look worse than how he actually played. But I do think that, there were still some issues on his tape. Some good stuff, too. Again, you see the talent. You see why he was drafted. But there still are those issues that you just got to wonder, are they going to go away? This is a guy who's in his third year now. Yes, he hasn't played much, but he is in his third year. I don't think he's ever going to become Drew Brees levels of accuracy, right? That's something that I think we can sort of say, yeah, that seems unlikely. That's probably not going to happen. But can he still become a good quarterback? Absolutely. There still is the potential. At the end of the day, you can't learn too much from, some preseason tape, even if we did get to see a decent amount of him in the preseason. But that's what I think. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from you. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.